So you want to buy a home and you're not sure where to start. Now, let me tell you, this process starts with speaking to a lender. It doesn't start with speaking to an agent or a realtor, going to open houses. It starts with getting pre-approved by a lender. Hi, my name is Ryan Cook, and I'm the broker owner of HomeSmart First Class Realty. And I want to go over the mortgage pre-approval process with you and why it's so important to get this done up front. Now, first thing I have to define for you is what is a pre-approval. It's really a good faith estimate from the lender on what you can afford. They're going to look at a couple of factors, and there are 5 factors they're going to look at. They're going to look at your income, they're going to look at your debt, they're going to look at your credit score, you're going to look at your assets, and they're going to look at the current interest rates. And based on all those factors together, they're going to be able to come up with an estimate of how much you can afford on a monthly basis and what that turns into as far as how much house you can afford. So one of the questions I get asked all the time is, well, is there a difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. There's a massive difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. A pre-qualification is just verbally. You're giving the information to the lender verbally. Nothing is verified. That's it. So it's stated income, stated assets. There is no verification of anything. They say, what do you think your credit score is? Oh, I'm pretty sure I got around a 750 credit score. How much do you make? Oh, I make around $10,000 a month. They don't verify anything. They just take that information, and then based on that, they can say, what a person with that credit score and that income and those assets, etc., can afford. Now, there are banks that don't follow this lingo, but let me go on to a pre-approval. The difference between a pre-qualification and pre-approval is a pre-approval is actually you've given them the information on your how much you earn, your W-2, you've given them the bank statements, your social security number, your tax returns, all that sort of stuff. And based on that, it's not stated income, stated assets, it's verified income, verified assets, and they give you a pre-approval letter. And that pre-approval letter, what they're looking at is based on all the factors involved and the current interest rates, how much you can afford. Now, there are some lenders that do not follow this process. Some only issue pre-qualifications. And what I've dealt with a bunch of times is Bridgewater Savings Bank. They only issue pre-qualifications, but their pre-qualification, they've actually put the person through the FHA approval process, which means it's actually, they've taken everything in, they've put it through the FHA system, and it's kicked back an approval out, which they still call a pre-qualification. Now, it makes it difficult when some lenders don't use the standard lingo, and then you end up having to, you write an offer, you tell the other agent that this pre-qualification is like a super pre-approval, and can you please call the lender to verify? And they'll tell you what the information they've gotten and that it's all been actually verified. It's not just stated. But for the most part, that is the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. Now, what do you need to get pre-approved? There are really 6 things you need, and I think I've already mentioned them. They need your credit history or social security number. They need your last month of pay stubs, your last 2 months of bank statements, even the blank pages. They need your last 2 years of tax returns. And if you are a small business owner or self-employed, they're going to need your last 2 years of business returns, plus probably the last 2 to 3 months of profit and loss statements. And if you are receiving a financial gift, you need a letter from whoever is giving you the gift that it's not an IOU. All right, and how long does it take? It really only takes about 20 minutes. That is everything you really need to know about pre-approval. In the end, you're going to have something that's on bank letterhead that says how much you can afford, what type of financing it is. They may even put on there the projected interest rate, but the interest rate is irrelevant because you're not going to know until you sign a purchase and sale contract what your potential interest rate is going to be. And that letter is good for 90 days. Every 90 days it'll need to be refreshed. You can talk to as many lenders as you want during the 90-day period. You only take the one credit hit. And that is everything you need to know about the pre-approval. I am Ryan Cook. I'm the broker owner of HomeSmart First Class Realty. I'm here for all your real estate questions. I love to educate, and I'd love to help you out and make it a positive experience for you. Thanks for watching.